Hi everyone, CraftyMama here. I'm here to share with you today a little coloring in one of my Bibles. It's called the Praise a Creative Journaling Bible, the King James Version. I have other versions of Bibles, but I did grow up in the King James Version. Here's what the back of this Bible says. If you want to stop the video and read what it has and things that it includes in this Bible, you can do that. I am going to be coloring today in the Bible using my Prismacolor colored pencils. So I thought that would be neat. I got 24 colors to work with. I made myself a little chart because I have a swatch book that I keep colors of my things that I have, craft things. So let's begin. And we're going to begin in Genesis. Why? Because, well, that's the beginning of it all, isn't it, in the Bible? Genesis is the beginning of all time, of man. God created the earth and the waters and the flowers and the plants. And then he created the animals. And then he said, hey, I'm missing something. That's my version. I'm missing something. So then he created man. And after he created man, he said he didn't want man to be lonely. So as you know, he created woman from the man. So then we have Adam and Eve. And he placed them in a Garden of Eden. Yes, he did. He placed them in a Garden of Eden, a beautiful garden with lush foliage and veggies and fruits and everything possible. It's just absolutely gorgeous from what the Bible says or what we imagine. And they had one rule. And that rule was to not eat the fruit off one specific tree. They could have everything else in the Garden of Eden, but don't touch the one tree, which tree of knowledge. And they failed. They couldn't handle one rule in the Garden of Eden, and Adam and Eve failed. And the reason God knew they failed is he was looking for Adam, couldn't find him. And when he finally caught up with Adam, and this is kind of my words, I'm just trying to put it in the best way that I know how to explain it because I'm still trying to learn and a lot of things myself and get more into the Bible. But anyway, he wanted to know why Adam basically wanted to know why Adam was wearing the fig leaves, the fruit, the leaves, whatever, Adam and Eve. And Adam said to him, because we're naked. And God said, well, how do you know you're naked? How did you know you were naked? And that's how God knew that they ate the fruit off the tree of knowledge. And of course, God got mad and they got punished. They didn't get sent to their rooms. No, they got kicked out of the Garden of Eden. And, yada, yada, yada. More goes on in the book of Genesis, of course. But my question, the thing that gets me questioning things is if Adam and Eve had not committed that original sin, say they never ate that piece of fruit off the tree, well, life as we know it would not exist. I mean, I'm sure the world as we know it, the Bible, would not exist. I mean, this is just my theory. Again, you're welcome to comment down in the comment section if you want. But that's kind of some of the things that I struggle with because I'm like, well, if the Bible didn't exist, then the, birth, life, death, and resurrection of Jesus would have never existed. So, that I kind of question that. As were we meant to make that sin? Was that the whole point of everything? Is that one of the things we're not to know? Is we were meant to make that sin? Everything was meant to happen the way it happened, I guess? I don't know. Get me wrong, I'm not mocking the Bible or God or Jesus or anything like that. I just have questions that hang in my brain that I'm trying to figure out. Somebody had once said to me, oh, you shouldn't read the Old Testament first. You should start with reading the New Testament. It'll make more sense, and then go back to the Old Testament. Well, I'm somebody who likes to know the beginning of things. I don't want to start at the Old Testament. I want to start at the beginning of it all and try to understand and figure it out as best I can. So sometimes, there are things in there that just don't make sense to me, or I'm maybe interpreting them in my head wrong. I don't know. I have been to a lot of churches and a lot of sermons, and I have heard preachers and reverends and pastors give a sermon on the same few verses in the Bible, and their take and the way they describe them and the way they tell the meaning are all different, a little different. That's just like any one of us. You could get 10 of us in a room to read the same few passages of the Bible, and our take on it, what we think it means, is probably going to be different, a little bit different with each one of us. So it just depends, I guess, on the way you think about things. But I have read many, many books, cover to cover, and none of them have been the Bible. A lot of passages in it, a lot of, heard, like I said, a lot of sermons on it and things like that. I just would like to want to know more. After experiencing a few very hard and emotional deaths in my family, my parents several years ago, and just a little over a year ago, my brother-in-law, and then a month later, my younger sister unexpectedly. I want to know more. I'm getting older. I'm questioning things. I want to believe what I was brought up to believe, and I want to know more. I may be trying to, maybe what you could say, try to make a closer walk with God, I guess. A lot of people in my family, they go to church every Sunday. I pray, I have faith, I believe, and I'll be honest, I do not really go to church, like, at all anymore. I don't think you have to go into a building to feel God, to be one with God, to pray to God, to read the Bible, to connect with Jesus and all that. I just don't. And yes, I understand a church is a great place to have fellowship, but there are things in my past from being in a church, some not great experiences, and I'm not going to go into, that kind of made me shy away from actually going into a church. I did not shy away from God or Jesus or having faith or belief and praying or wanting to read the Bible and know more. And maybe that's the whole point. Maybe this is the journey I'm on. Maybe, and I kind of believe that this journey I've taken will bring me back to church. Maybe that is the path I find myself on now, finding my way back to church. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching me color in my Praise Bible. If you'd like to see a flip through of this Bible, just let me know in the comment section. I thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video and listening to me chat away as I color. I hope you have a wonderful day. Until next time, next video. Bye-bye.